in general, there's for some folks, the fight is where it's at. You know, that mobilizes their energy. That's how they see themselves. So much of this is how we see ourselves and what's consistent with that and what chafes that. So if I see myself as a fighter, well, I may want to choose last-ditch chemotherapy efforts, all sorts of. I don't mind being in the ICU. Almost, I could take pride in it. I'm a fighter. I'm gonna go down swinging. Okay, you know, I've been in that zone. There's a lot of power in that zone. The trick is to pay attention so we can watch when that's no longer serving a person. As with any of these coping mechanisms, any of these responses to illness, always just circle back to asking yourself and each other, is this serving? Is this actually helping? You know, our list of ideas. Yeah, go paint, sure, but you went and paint. Did it actually serve you? Did it help? That's always the question. So fighting, okay. There's it sucks a lot of wind, and it's a kind of a heavy fuel. So it's wise to check in over time and see if it's serving the person, if it's serving you. And it's always fair to ask. The person may not be able to answer, but you're going to want to look out for whether it's helping or hurting. And if it's no longer helping, as is often the case, with long bouts of chronic illness, the fight is just too exhausting. It just doesn't, and especially with chronic illness that the point sets up as not curable, well, very often that fighting energy needs to shift to something more relatable. Instead of like opposing it, you sort of sidle up next to it. But that's all on a spectrum, and then people move up and down that spectrum. So as ever, the trick here, whether you're a caregiver or this is your own life, is to stay fluid with these things and to check in with yourself. Is this helping? Is this helping? If it's not, let's try something new.